Welcome to my new show. That's right, people, it's a no rules show. I've seen this in my imagination, and I said, you know what? Romeo must die. I don't know why I talk about Romeo must die. That's a terrible film. Elia, bless your soul. I love your music. I still listen to you. It still exists in my imagination. What a beautiful lady. Now, today I have two guests. One is a good friend of mine. I've known for about, 6,742 days. His name is T-E-G-O. My only calls you Tiago for some reason.
There's a Dappy song from Tarzan 2 where he takes a bit of a video I did with him where he was talking about something and he says, shout out Tiago on the intro.
So you should have got sacked with Poet as well for that.
Exactly. Yeah.
You lucky man. Yeah. My next guest, of course, a good friend of mine I've known for about 11 months now. We're close friends, but we still use different barbers. His name's Miles Fearon.
Thank you very much, Specs Gonzalez.
How are you, man?
I'm good. I think we've known each other for longer than 11 months, though.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's been longer than 11 months.
Well, you must be a serious beg friend because before those 11 months, you wasn't a friend to me. But you know what? It's nice to know.
Okay, cool. Well,
always.
I consider you as a friend. So.
Well, because you consider me as a friend and I consider you as a friend in 11 months, I bought you a gift, man.
Oh, is it? What did you bring me?
Oh, you want to know?
Yeah, seriously.
People, it's a no rule show. You know I don't care. Zip down. I got you a nice gift. Oh, sorry. I always do this, man. Glasses.
Oh my God.
I got you some cat food, man.
Shiba.
And look at the colour of the cat on the front cover of the tin.
It's in gravy as well. My cat is all...
Look at that.
Why is it so hot?
What do you mean why it's so hot? It was on the back off. The back off's warm, you know.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah?
Let me tell you something about this though. My cat would only eat cat food, but it had to be gravy. If it was in jelly, he wouldn't eat it. So thank you very much. You got the right one. I haven't tried cat food. I don't think I'm going to eat this, but you're on the right track.
Did we ever find out when Basil died?
Yeah, he actually didn't die in 2017.
What?
Yeah, I know, man.
You told us it was 2 years ago.
I know. No, it wasn't 2 years ago.
How long? So who quit did you hit?
My mom. She was like, Basil didn't die 2 years ago. I think he died. I've got it here actually. Let me show you.
So this
got
is
it here.
this
What
is
about
my
pictures from the funeral?
No, I've got a picture of Basil like a week before we had to put him down.
So Basil had an open coffin.
No, he got cremated. God rest his soul. I love that. I miss that.
Here's a question. You know when cats leave the family home to die, they try and move as far away from the home as possible to die so that they don't attract predators to their dead body. Where did Basil die?
Oh, we had to put him down. And the funniest thing is, it's not even funny, Specs. My mum phoned me and said, you know what, son? We're not bringing Basil home today. And I said, Mum, what's going on? Please don't kill my cat. I was crying. I was in tears.
Ago.
Seriously, no, it wasn't 2 years ago. I'll tell you, I got no, Specs, don't laugh.
No, I'm laughing because your mum's a ruthless woman. She's got no emotions here.
She had emotions, but the doctor said he's too old. He has to go down.
Specs, what's the most annoying thing about being friends with Miles?
I think the most annoying thing is the fact that he puts L's on himself.
No.
Do you know them guys
That's
that...
annoying.
Yeah, but you know what, like, for example, you know them people like that do a silent fart because they don't want no one to know, but the fart comes out loud and they duck? That's Miles.
That's you.
Yeah, exactly.
Me.
But you know one thing about your farts? They don't smell actually, to be fair.
There's gas, diffuse.
Yeah, that's because you don't eat. So when you eat, obviously, the toxins come out of your body, it goes through. You don't eat anything. So you just fart air.
You got this from Dexter's laboratory. You know nothing about science.
The cat picture has still not been found. I would say the most annoying thing about being friends with Miles is the switch between like that. His voice is up here when he's telling you something. He's excited about something, and then when he's upset about something, or he's frustrated, it's it's like. And all the complaining, what people don't know is the other day we were in JD and a kid came up to me and went, Miles, you're not an L. And I was like, let me see how Miles handles this. Miles went, I know, man, they just rush me.
I hate when he does that.
I said, Miles, you said it to everyone who asks you, innit? No, what's the thought of it? Miles, you said it to everyone that asks you that, don't you? No, literally, first time I've ever said it. Miles, you say that to everyone who asks you that, innit? So how do you know me so well? Why would you lie 3 times?
3 times,
just to
the
tell the
third time.
truth.
And then after that, when I get home and I put my daughter to sleep, he will call me. And say, Specs, we're good friends, but from next week you're not allowed to say anything about mum or my cat.
I said that one time.
Then what does he do?
No, about my cat. You could. Basil's a legend, regardless. So you could cuss Basil. You could say anything about Basil.
No one's ever cussed Basil, I don't think.
I've never. I bought Basil cat food.
But he's not here. So how's he gonna eat this cat food? So no, to me, this is an indirect.
In my imagination, if when you lose someone, you always meet again one day. So trust me, take that with you.
I'm still looking for this
Specs,
picture.
can we count down 5 seconds for him to find this cat picture?
Yeah, man, it's getting too long. So I'm gonna count down 7 seconds.
I'm gonna go for at least 2015.
7,
6,
5,
5, 4,
2015.
3,
I'll say 2015.
2. Well, let's give him time.
and we are moving on from this picture. If you ever find it, cool, we're going to move on.
Okay.
That's the L.
That was probably way too loud.
Sorry.
Try not to.
Sorry, Greg, man. You know what? There's no rules. I just had to do it because the L's right in front of me.
Your mum is ruthless.
Bro. My mom, she's a G though, but it was hard.
She's a what?
She's a G, man. Don't tell my mom.
It's mad, you know. Africans, you can't call your mum a G, boy.
Why not?
The slipper's coming and hitting you in the back of your head.
I've got the slipper a few times. But I can still
When you come to my house, you got to call my mum Auntie.
Yeah, I definitely will.
If I come to your house, because you said your mum's a G, I'm going to give her the spot.
No, you're not.
But she's a G.
She would love that. Specs, no rules show. I've got some questions here.
Of course.
I wanted to ask.
Of course, man.
I was going to give some to Miles to ask. He's done his own research.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a picture of a cat somewhere on his phone. That's all his research. This is one picture of a cat somewhere on his phone.
Cats and dogs.
No rules. Do you remember the first time you said it?
No. Actually, no, I do. FilthyFellas. Was it?
Yeah, it was, but it was off camera.
What?
You put on what was the first show you wore? Was it Bournemouth or Man City? It was Man City, I'm gonna say.
I don't think it was Man City.
The first football shirt I wore.
I think it was Bournemouth.
It was Bournemouth.
It was Bournemouth.
Because no, it wasn't.
Nah, it wasn't. It was Man
Bournemouth.
City. You weren't even there.
Don't do that.
Yeah, you wasn't born yet. You wasn't born.
He was there, but he was in the back.
Okay,
he was in the back of the old office with Lumos. He was in the facility.
Yeah, I was there. I remember, and I
You
saw
hadn't
you.
touched
on
Mike.
Huh?
You hadn't touched Mike.
No. I hadn't made a appearance.
Sorry, just to let you know, people, Miles used to put mics on us before he was on camera.
No, that's a lie.
Lapels.
That's a lie. I've never been that guy.
So why was you in the office with us at the
I
time?
was brought there a few times
By who?
By Poet. He said, "You're a good guy. Come along." We just came up from radio. As you know, you was there with your top off every week. And that Undertaker hat, that stupid hat. You had that stupid hat on. You say one or two things on the mic and dance around. I don't know why he was even there.
It's my show. This is my show.
So
I won't take no disrespect for my show. I've got screw right there to remove you. So make sure you're not talking about my hat.
Manchester City shirt. I think it was Manchester City. I think Arsenal lost. I forget who to. Obviously, we had that box of shirts in the office.
Yeah.
We went through Man City. I think Man City might have beat Arsenal. I can't remember the exact circumstances. But you were wearing a Man City shirt, and everyone was like so outraged.
Rattled.
Do you remember who it was who came up to you and went, Specs, why are you wearing that?
Mitch. Now, let's be honest. Yeah. This is why I use the word organic.
Okay.
When I was coming into Filthy, Filthy that doesn't just happen on camera. It happens behind the scenes, off camera. Mm-hmm. So obviously, I wore that City shirt because I was filming with Arsenal, and Mitch recorded me and was like, "Why are you wearing that shirt?" I didn't even care about recording. It was obviously when I got home after.
Yeah.
I was like, "Whoa, this has gone viral."
Yeah.
But for me, it was real at the time because it's how I felt. The thing about it is, a lot of people, like for example, if I went to Basil's funeral tomorrow, I'll start laughing.
Oh, stop,
but the
stop.
thing is,
Stop.
people don't want to laugh at funerals.
No, but he didn't have a funeral.
Who?
Basil, he got cremated.
No, but I said just if. Oh, look, okay.
Even people get cremated at funerals.
Yeah, no, but
Alright, cool.
we never had a funeral.
Well, if
They sent us his ashes. They did what they had to do and they sent it to us.
If Basil's on fire,
decades,
if Basil's on fire, I'm laughing.
No. We had a little prayer in our house, in our household, but we didn't go to.
I'm laughing.
Why are you laughing about?
If your mum's hands together and she's meant to be a G, I'll be cracking up in her face.
No, you wouldn't, because I will slap you.
Oh, so we're never talking violence on my show.
Yeah, but yeah.
Security, 2 steps forward, please.
Stay back.
The funny thing about when you first wore the Man City shirt is that you had been messaging me because you knew there was the box of shirts and I was giving you international shirts. And you were like, T, if Arsenal lose, I'm going to wear.
Yeah.
I'm just going to wear another team shirt.
Yeah.
Every week I was saying, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Nah, bro will never come back from it. Specs, don't do it. Specs, don't do it. Then one week, I forget which Arsenal game it was. We could probably look it up. It was like, you know what? I'm not stopping you anymore. I'm not stopping you. This isn't fun.
But you did stop me once though.
I did. I've stopped
There was
you.
one thing I was going to do where you switched. You actually switched on me.
What was it?
It was a Tottenham shirt.
Yep.
I took it that far. I said to myself, you know what? I'm putting it. I think we lost I can't remember someone. We lost to Tottenham and someone did something silly, and I was like, T.
Probably Swansea away. Or
the
something.
only person that backed me wearing the Tottenham top was Greg, Felix, and Nigel.
Is it?
They were on it because Nigel's obviously a Tottenham fan, and Greg and Felix are just no rules kings as well. So
bad combination.
Yeah, man. That's when I think no rules was. We're talking 2 years ago, you know.
Invented.
But the thing was, originally it wasn't even there's no rules. You started with, show me the page in the manual. There's no regulations. Everyone laughed and he went, no, you can't tell me. There's no rules that say I have to be an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
It was no regulations at first. That's what people were catching on to, was no regulations. And then when people laughed, with you, whenever you do a joke that people laugh at, you're trying to like add a punchline when the breaks are. So it was like, no, there's no rules. But you know you have to fit it in quicker. It really... Yeah,
it took off. I didn't expect it. It took off.
Do you mean it?
I mean it all the time.
Seriously though?
I mean, listen, my life is no rules. When I look at my life and I look at my journey, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
So, God forbid if it ever happens, where it's going to happen eventually, but not too soon, on your headstone... Was it not?
You're going to have a headstone? Huh? You're going to have a headstone?
I don't know, man. I'll see what my family's saying,
but are you going to have no rules engraved in it?
I used to be scared of death, man. Sorry, yeah, go on.
Are you going to have no rules engraved in it?
No. The thing is, my family don't understand this kind of stuff.
Oh, they don't understand?
They don't understand.
But that's who you are, though. That's
what your family have passed by then.
Oh, that's
It'd
true.
just be you and Joe Black. And your kids.
Well, listen, the problem is, big up Joe Black, my cousin, but the problem is we've got an uncle in the family that faked his death. So
seriously?
Well, I've got an uncle that, we did his funeral and I caught him in cargo working. No, don't laugh. You don't just laugh at my uncle. But I'm going to continue with no rules and regulations and situations.
Okay.
That's how it goes.
Go on then. Miles, you've been friends with Specs now for 11 months.
No, longer.
Now you've known him longer.
Yeah.
You've been friends with him for 11 months. I think he made that clear.
Okay.
That he wouldn't have put you on a list.
Yeah.
You weren't Red Cup's guest list.
No, I weren't.
11 months and 1 day ago.
No.
It was 11 months.
11 months ago.
Yeah. So when did you realise that no rules was a genuine lifestyle?
I realised it when Specs said to me,
You're talking like we had sex.
Today, Miles.
You're talking like we had sex, bro. This is
brother,
my show.
we've never had sex.
Screwy, take one step forward a bit,
but we've
please.
never had sex, so why are you saying this?
Because the way you just clapped your hand, you said Specs, like the lights were off, and slow jam music was playing.
I'm just trying to, set the mood here for us.
That's the wrong mood.
That's
the wrong move.
But anyway.
Go on. When did you realise? I mean, I don't know. Should I have asked this question?
Yeah, you should have asked this
Did I
question.
put you on the spot?
No, you didn't
Go
really.
on.
But I can't really pinpoint actual time. I just knew this guy. He wasn't all there. He wasn't all there. I just knew that. Especially you're very unorthodox. The way you talk, the way you get your jokes off. You take your top off. You're built like a 12-year-old girl. You've got no stature to you.
So you know about my body. You've zoomed in on my nipples.
You don't have any. That's the thing. You don't have nipples. Your nipples are very small. Very small. I don't know. This no rules lifestyle. Then I started hanging around with more and more. I was like, this guy's very wild.
Now I'm just thinking to myself. Obviously, we've gone outside London with JD. Slept in hotels.
Yeah,
when I was sleeping, did you
separate rooms?
Did you climb over and start trying to suck nipples or something
No.
for you to know? Because I know my nipples there. So how do you know my nipples there? Have you touched it?
Bro, you've had your top off a few times around me.
I mean, you've done the topless thing.
I've done the topless thing.
You've seen you on porn sites.
Come on, we're not going to bring that one up.
Of course we're going to bring this. Is no rules. Security, I've got this. This is no rules. You was on XXXXXXX videos.
I was.
That's not even... Huh?
I was. Someone posted the video.
Who?
Savage Dan.
We're getting him on next week, please. Security. Savage Dan.
He's a clown for that.
Great guy, man.
Alright then, Specs. Do you remember your first Filthy Fellas appearance? Because before you say anything, I do. It was terrible.
Oh, I remember.
It's bad.
I remember, yeah. The first time I went on Filthy, again, remember, I'm just an African guy that wasn't born here, and I've got these 14 white guys behind the camera looking at me, and I'm saying to myself, this is back to 2014 where I'm about to get arrested. That's what I felt. I just couldn't, I didn't understand what was going on. And you know what?
Yeah.
I went on Filthy after going on Dr. Poet, where Poet wanted me to be Louis Van Gaal.
LVG.
So everything was just like, wow. I had to do an impression.
Oh.
So I'm not really an impressions guy. It was terrible.
Impressionist.
And yeah, I remember switching on poet though. I remember saying poet, man.
It's not for me.
I'm teaching here, man. I'm a PE teacher.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Class of 30 kids. Let me do my teaching.
You don't wanna
But
do
I didn't see it. But luckily, Tigo and poet stuck by me, and then it just started becoming natural. But again, it's the backstage segments.
Yeah. Okay, I'll get out. What's wrong? Have some
read
water,
that.
good.
Huh?
Have some
No,
water.
don't tell me what to have on my show.
I'm just.
When you haven't ironed your t-shirt.
My t-shirt.
Security, look out, yeah? Don't go on your phone. I remember going on camera and not having the confidence to just talk,
Yeah.
but then going backstage and ripping guys in the studio. So I knew, not even that I knew people around me knew. Once, he finally scores, he will keep scoring.
Yeah.
It's a confidence thing.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. That's good, man.
Well, since we're doing serious answers to serious questions, let's go into your Twitter. Every week, we're going to have people ask you questions.
I like my Twitter, by the way.
Why?
I feel like every time I ask them something, they always respond.
It's very
They're
responsive.
very engaged.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Same with me.
Ours' Twitter is terrible.
My Twitter is very engaging.
You like?
I can tweet something now and it is.
Yeah, you like it straight away.
Should I tweet? Specs, tell me something to tweet and I'll tweet it.
No, that's not the point. The point is tweet in your own voice, and then by the end of the show, we'll see what engagement is.
No. Listen,
Okay, any kind of engagement.
Go on then.
Women,
Go on, tweet
cats,
something.
dogs, people who love football.
Who likes cats? Go on, tweet that.
Okay. Who likes cats? Who likes cats? Should I put a cat emoji?
can I predict how many likes this will get?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for C.
I'd have gone 6. 6 likes, 1 reply, someone who's a Filthy Fellas fan going, what, like Basil?
Yeah.
That'd be the engagement.
I'm going C.
Okay.
Well, it's not really a good question though, is it?
This is taking longer than it should take.
No, I've written it. It's
No,
done.
but it's not tweeted though.
Okay, who likes
There you
cats?
go.
It's
Cool.
out
Now
there.
put it down.
Put it down.
Now put it down.
We're gonna leave it. Oh, I've got a few more followers as well.
Okay.
Fancy.
Specs. We're going to ask you some questions from your Twitter followers. You have to answer seriously. There's no rules, but the rules are serious.
I'm a serious guy. I'm not serious anyway.
Why? This is from King Ash at Ashmont19. Why is Somalia not qualifying for the World Cup?
He's got to tell me. Did he go to the game? Did he go to the game, T?
Well, at Layla5598280 responded to him, shush your mouth.
Shush your
Wow,
mouth.
like, at the end of the day, this is what I look at it. Somalia won 1-0 the first leg.
Nice.
Yeah, great result. But if you watched the game, it's not football.
Do you remember the away leg? There was houses, and then the seats
is the
were on
thing.
top of the houses.
This is the thing. This is a match in a garden. Do you know what I mean? There was one player for Somalia that was very good in midfield in number 10.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was just like,
He plays in MLS, isn't it?
he plays in America.
Yeah, he's good. He's sick.
Somalia don't deserve to be playing football live on TV. The best thing Somalia has done is hurry up on speedboats
And come here.
to catch Tom Hanks. They hurried up
What?
really well.
Somalia has contributed a lot to UK culture
They have,
specifically.
They have.
You got Maya Jama,
Maya Jama,
Chunks,
Chunk,
Sharky,
Sharky,
AJ Shabil.
AJ Shabil.
I mean, I see myself as Maya Jama Chunks because I always talk about Somalia. Somalia's not far from where I'm really from.
Where are you from again? We're not going to say it, but
Why ask?
exactly.
This one's from HR11111111 Tech, aka at Harith Karsane. Should fans be allowed to go on loan? Hashtag fans on tour.
Oh, God. What kind of question is that?
Why not? Why can't fans go on? Let fans do what they want to do. If he can have a username that's a sentence, why can't fans go out on? It's the truth.
I don't believe in it personally.
The thing is, if you take American sports for example, I know you like American sports.
Love it.
When LeBron James goes from Cleveland to LA, if you're not really that engaged, you're just like, I'm back in LA. I want to see LeBron. I want to see LeBron win. Why can't you take that attitude in this country? I've taken that attitude. Like this season, I like Chelsea. I like Tammy Abraham. I like Mason Mount. I like Fikayo Tomori. I like Kepa. I like Kurt Zuma. I've always liked Kurt Zuma. So I've kind of taken that approach.
Yeah, because I don't know, I'm not taking that approach. If I like a player, I respect him that he plays for that club, but I'm not going on loan. I like James Madison. I think he's class, but I'd love him to see him at my team, in my jersey.
See,
Yeah,
that's
you probably
why.
never will though.
This is what I'm saying.
Then I'm never gonna support him as much as I should. But oh well, that's life. That's the rules.
So that means if I was like you and I watched Somalia vs Zimbabwe and I like the number 10,
Yeah.
I'm going to say his name's Abdi, Junks, I'm a lion. So imagine now I'm saying to myself, you know, I'm not going to like you as much because you should be playing for my team. Can you imagine Abdi playing for Arsenal
Or Kenya.
That'd be good.
or Kenya?
Could you imagine how much shirts we would sell? Abdi at the back.
Nah,
ABI?
It's not realistic because obviously going for a header, the ball would just have lots of curly gel on it.
What?
At FTBLWON, I'm thinking football one. Chris Jericho or Chris Benoit?
Ooh, there's only one answer. I'm a fan of the dead that are not coming back but might come back one day.
That's all.
I'm a big fan of those guys. Benoit is a terrific man because he's not here with us.
He's not.
No.
What?
No.
Chris Jericho came out when the world was supposed to end.
Exactly.
Year 2000. He came with all these lights and this jacket.
Wicked.
And I'm just like,
Bring
no
the
Jericho,
walls down.
man. But serious situation, no?
Think so?
Yeah, serious situation. I don't like that
Lovely, still
situation.
standing.
Yeah, I know. He loves them situations.
Yeah, I love that situation.
All right, Naeem. At NXAIM. Naeem, if you can have one player from Liverpool at Arsenal, who would you have and why? Just make this quick because this is very football specific.
Yeah, very.
If I could have one Liverpool player now
Yeah.
at Arsenal,
Yeah.
what?
Serious question, but you know,
One player.
I know who I'm going for.
I'm gonna honestly, and I'm gonna say this because I just started playing new foot manager. I'm gonna go with Joe Gomez.
Okay,
I like him.
very good
I
player.
like him. I think Joe Gomez is a great. I mean, where did they buy him from? They bought him from, was it not MK Dons? Was it?
Charlton.
They bought him from Charlton Athletic.
Yeah.
So he's got a similar story with that Rob Holding coming from Bolton. I love it when players come from League One or League Two and they go Prem and they do their thing. So Joe Gomez, and he follows me on Instagram.
Oh, does he?
And I met him at a basketball court and he shook my hand.
Oh, nice.
So Joe Gomez is a nice guy. He'll be better if
He was a blondie.
the situation was a bit different, but don't worry about that. That's just my thing.
Okay.
George Lanho at Pastor Norton.
What?
When was the last time? When was the last time you saw Uncle Yaya?
Oh, Mr. Torre.
What, face to face?
Yeah,
Or
I guess
was
so.
it- The last time I saw Uncle Yaya was the time where me and Steve had a chat with him and he pointed at his wife. And we
Did
turned
you?
around and it was his nephew. You know what?
Oh.
But you know what makes you laugh? Tigo, you was there.
Yeah.
Now Tigo, this is what I like about this No Rule show. Because you're behind
Yeah.
a lot of the jokes I make.
Yeah.
But there's always 9% truth in every joke I bring out in this box.
It's tough because you say that, and I know what you're saying, but sometimes I'll say, "Show me the 9%,"
Yeah.
and you'll just run away. There's more than 9% truth in that Yaya Toure.
Oh, is it? It was just.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He said, "I'm coming to your house, Uncle Yaya." No, he said, "You come to my house."
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, I'll come to your house." And he said, "I can bring my wife." And we all looked.
I bent my neck. I bent my neck to look, and it was his nephew.
So it was a howl? Not like a man?
The thing is, it's mad because now in Africa you've got pygmies.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, with all that money, there's no way you're marrying a pygmy. No way.
Why not?
400k, you're getting $1 million a month, and you come on, bro.
So who should he
Your wife
marry?
can fit in your back pocket.
So who should he marry?
Chucky style.
Oh, wow.
So, you know what we say?
Who should he marry then?
You should marry the TT.
Okay.
The tall team.
Okay.
That's my opinion anyway. It's no rule show. I don't say it like it is.
It's his show.
Basketball players marry short women for the
Very
most part.
Did you see
Oh yeah,
Shaq's wife?
Shaq's wife.
Shaq's wife. She's like 4'11" or something, 5'1" if that. She was tiny. But then again, if you're tall and big, you can throw them
If you
around the
can
room.
lie in the bed with a woman that tiny and just move your leg and she falls off the bed, and then falls off the balcony, out of the mansion, and rolls out to the car park, you're a bad person.
I don't know.
Oh, the car park.
He's got a big house in the bar.
Addy at Chilamil.
Big up my Nigerians.
Chilamidev. I can't. When you come in Norway?
Oh, Oslo.
What? Do you know what I was thinking about the other day?
Oh, God.
I was thinking about Halland. Is Halland Norwegian? I think Halland?
Yeah.
Thinking about his son. Because remember, I spotted his son last summer. No, sorry, this summer.
Yeah, but that's because he scored a lot of goals in like an under 20s game, where it turned out the other team had been taking bribes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and we gave it the L. Right.
Okay.
So I've
Because
always been
Charlotte
interested.
knows everything about Norwegian football.
That's
she
it.
was
Yeah,
telling
big
me.
up Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte. That's it. Charlotte's Norwegian. I want to go Norway. I want to go Norway. I like Norway.
It's a nice country. They've got some very stingers over there.
And very,
Stingers.
in terms of,
Beautiful women. Beautiful women. Beautiful. I went to Croatia 2 years ago. 3 Norwegian women come up to me and said, "You need to come to Norway. You're beautiful." And I said, "I'm coming. But I need a wingman." And I've got one man in mind with me.
so Addy's asking,
Ask him who the man in mind is.
who's the wingman?
A boat.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to bring Bolt?
Mm-hmm.
If
I
Bolt
don't
pulls
think
up,
Boat's got the look for Norway.
Why not?
Bolt.
Who's a famous black Norwegian player? Martin Darling?
John Carew?
John Carew.
John
Martin Darling was
Carew.
Swedish, actually, wasn't he?
Yeah, starting with Swedish. John Carew was
He's a
the
big man.
Norwegian. But taking Bolt to Norway is long. Bolt's passport is like an atlas.
Why?
I'm just thinking about his hands being so big, man.
Okay, yeah. All right, we'll do one more question.
What, did everybody else know this, yeah?
Yeah, these are all questions from your followers, yeah. Gus Wayne II, a.k.a. Wrenching That Works, all capital letters, it means it. Did your uncle really fake his own funeral and you caught at the club the next week?
Uncle
That's
Pete.
bad English. I read it the way he wrote it.
Read it again,
And
I didn't
he
clock.
said, "Did your uncle really fake his own funeral and you caught at the club the next week?" And then he replied to it and said, "Speak on it, B. He might be American."
Okay.
You call it the
So, now on a serious one, Uncle Peter, man. Uncle
It's
Peter.
there for real.
Yeah, it's just. Do you know what it is about my Uncle Peter? About Uncle Peter is the fact that I gave him a tear. You know, I gave him some wet stuff because I thought, you know what, you was a good guy, and to roll up in Shoreditch and see my uncle, not even like raving or anything, but he's actually security. And we all know my family would never go to Shoreditch.
Oh, you meant the club cargo.
Yeah. Miles, 1 second. Was you there?
I think I was with you that time. And he said, "That's my uncle."
And he was working.
Yes.
That's
That was-
him.
Oh.
He had the little high top.
Yeah.
But when he saw me, I could see he was pissed off. I wasn't even in the coffin. You know what I mean? But we spoke and he told me, "Look, don't tell no one, I can, give you some money." And I was like, "Nah, it's cool." And "don't tell no one" to me means tell everyone. Why do you have to do that, Uncle P? Why?
What?
Go missing.
Yeah.
It's best to go missing rather than fake your own death.
So did he get a funeral? Did he bury? Did he bury?
You got a funeral, you got a prayer, you got a party.
Specs, you've been serious here.
I'm being dead serious. And do you know what? Do you know what makes me laugh?
Dead serious.
You see how you say dead serious?
Yeah.
My Uncle Peter got this idea from Vincent Mann
Oh, okay.
because wrestlers were getting buried all the time when I used to watch Raw as well. Do you remember when The Rock buried Stone Cold?
Of course.
Because he punched Stone Cold off a bridge.
Yeah.
I thought Stone Cold passed away.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it happens, but Uncle Peter, man.
11 minutes update. Miles has 1 like and 2 replies. Simon says crazy people. Davey Dawson says cats are cunts.
Yeah,
Good quality followers, at least.
decent, but cats.
Speaking of coming back to life,
Cats ain't cunts.
and cats ain't cunts.
Yeah.
Speaking of coming back to life and the occult and serious issues involving your uncle, we have got a section on this show called Remember Wrestling.
Oh, nice.
Now, to fill you guys in, I
Remember
don't know why
the ones that passed away? Test?
we could talk about Test.
China?
Oh wait, hold on, we'll get there. Just so you know, when Miles said, "Ooh, nice," he knows exactly what the segment is because we all watched the clip before the show of a legendary wrestling moment, randomly selected on YouTube. We all watched it, and we're just gonna get Specs' rundown, get Miles' thoughts on this. We really want to get people into retro wrestling. We really want to get people to talk about stuff that happened in the 90s when wrestling was very, very serious, not yes, and all this stuff.
Yeah, trash.
But like proper
John Cena and shit
old
stuff.
classic stuff. So Specs, remember wrestling when Undertaker fought Psycho Sid on WWF Superstars on October 19th, 1991. Tell us how it went down.
So, Psycho Sid is already in the ring. Now, listen, Psycho Sid for me, is he with us?
Yeah.
He's with us.
Oh god. I like Psycho Sid, by the way.
Hey, Psycho Sid is in the ring. And it seems like he thinks he's fighting. You remember wrestling back in the day where a wrestler will be in the ring and he'll be fighting a wrestler that never had an entrance?
Yeah.
That wrestler was just like a supply wrestler, like a supply teacher.
He just had like black shorts.
He just had black
pants.
He was already in the ring.
Yeah, he's ready in the ring.
Yeah. So it seemed like Psycho Sid was going to fight this guy in a mask. And you know those wrestlers, they always look stupid. Like this one had an outfit with like a blonde wig coming out the back. And had Trunks' Toshiba laptop case.
In his head?
You know what? I thank my family for working because they introduced me to Sky. So obviously in my head, at the time, I didn't see all of this.
Yeah.
That's why I want to watch it now.
Yeah.
That's why I like this retro thing because for me, I can now analyze it in a different way.
Yeah.
So obviously, Undertaker's music goes off. Now Undertaker and Psycho Sid in the 90s had their thing.
They had their beef.
Undertaker comes out, takes 58 minutes to get to the ring, walking with Paul Bear. Now, Paul Bear, is he with us?
No, he's not with us.
Yes! We've got one in there. So Paul Bear.
Ah, you love Paul Bear.
Well, let me tell you why. Back in the day, he traumatized me. When he used to come in and do them, I used to be scared because I thought he was the man that used to deal with dead bodies.
Yeah.
So he's walking. Oops. He's walking with Undertaker. They're walking really slowly. Undertaker's behind him. Undertaker's wearing grey gloves.
Grey.
Because he went from purple, I think.
Yeah, that's original Undertaker.
In grey, yeah. So Undertaker's wearing grey gloves. Undertaker stops by the side of the ring. Psycho sits in the ring, like a bit confused. Paul Bear calls that wrestler. We need to get that wrestler a name.
His name's El Diablo.
He calls El Diablo, and he starts. Now, this is the part that I like. Paul Bear says something serious to him because Paul Bear used to create content last minute. He's a very good improviser.
Yeah.
So Paul Bear's like, cool, you're gonna go, you're gonna leave, and we're gonna come in. Then he starts going into character.
Yeah.
You know,
Funny faces.
with the makeup going, the makeup comes off and then goes back onto that big face. And that's a Chunk's face as well. It's a face that looks like a back with back muscles, spinal cord.
Nice.
So,
A big back today as well.
what's that wrestler called, T?
El Diablo.
El Diablo now makes his way out the ring, Miles. Undertaker steps in the ring. Him and Psycho Sid do the head-to-head, right? Undertaker grabs him by his throat for the choke slam. Psycho Sid goes to grab him back.
Yeah.
Now there's no moves. There is this in the 58 minutes that's been cut by Greg to 5. They are just holding each other by the neck. What happens? That Diablo guy runs back into the ring and takes off the outfit and the mask.
Gimp mask, man.
And that blonde wig situation.
Yeah.
Guess who it was?
Situation.
Guess who it was?
Who's it?
Jake the Snake.
Oh my god.
Jake the Snake. He's now choking Psycho Sid. Right? He's choking Psycho Sid. Psycho Sid's gone. Now when you get choked in wrestling, it means that all your energy goes down.
Yeah.
So you get weak and you go on the floor. Jake the Snake now goes to his laptop, Toshiba, chunks his bag, opens up the bag, and the snake comes out.
The King Cobra.
I don't know if it was a King Cobra.
They said it was a King Cobra.
Was it King Cobra?
If it was.
Yeah?
It looks like a cobra.
But it's a real snake because when they put the snake down,
It moves.
the snake was moving.
Yeah.
The back off was moving and all sorts. So I knew it was real.
Oh, nice.
Miles, whilst all this is happening,
Yeah.
Jake the Snake now has made it his show. Undertaker's walking around the ring because he doesn't even know what to do. There's delay after delay after delay. The whole thing is becoming a mess. And whilst all this is happening, the bottom screen shows Paul Bear
It's the bottom screen.
doing all this stuff, yeah?
Feeling up the coffin.
So it's 2v1. Now, I'm worried for Psycho Sid. He's in his pants on the floor. Anything can happen. There's a snake in his pants on the floor. Someone's got grey gloves on. But luckily, Hacksaw Jim Duggan comes down with a big piece of wood. Did he even step in the ring?
No, he pulled him out. I think he pulled him out.
Yeah, he pulled him out.
He pulls him out. But for me, just that whole scenario was one of the worst things to watch. Also, I forgot to mention, Paul Bear uses tactics and brings in a coffin.
Yes.
Yeah? Coffin on 4 wheels. The coffin comes down to the ring.
Casket.
So I would assume that Undertaker wants to bury Psycho Sid. Then what happened, Greg?
That's when Hacksaw Jim Duggan comes.
So when Hacksaw Jim Duggan realizes, wait, that's my friend. That's the guy I go gym with, like you and Taser. That's the guy that we squat together.
That's the situation.
This is mine. He ain't getting buried
Say that
yet.
again, sorry?
Taser, you and Taser go gym, no?
What did you
Well,
say?
Taser moved to a nice area. He stopped going gym with
Oh,
us.
okay.
Yeah.
But you go gym with your new friend.
Yeah, with my friends.
Yeah, so-
you said something about
Miles
Michael.
got held back, but yeah.
Yeah.
But Karen.
Yeah, so
We're not going to mention that.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan comes and pulls Psycho Sid out the ring because he doesn't want to get buried alive.
Yeah.
But the colour of the coffin, I've never seen, even Uncle Peter he can't tell me he's seen the colour of that coffin. Burgundy.
That's a nice colour.
What, a coffin? Oh, so Basil got buried in the burgundy coffin. What? Don't do this.
It's burgundy.
What?
It's burgundy.
Wait, you've still got the ashes?
Yeah, the ashes is in my living room.
Specs, you know Paul Bearer was actually a mortician.
What does that mean?
He worked in a funeral home, did embalming.
That's how
They
scared.
take the blood out, put the chemicals in.
Yeah.
He was actually a mortician.
Oh, real life?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So the wrestling was part-time?
He wanted to be in wrestling, but he was a real mortician.
Oh, that's sick, man.
So he just brought it into real life. So yeah, he knew how to scare people.
No, I was scared. You could not tell me that when you was young and you saw
he
Paul
was
Bear.
scared. Yeah,
That was scary.
Was it gold? It was gold.
He had the FA Cup. Yeah, that's the thing about like wrestling. Like,
FA
why would Paul Bear have the FA Cup coming down with Undertaker? What's that got to do with him being, what's it called? What's it called?
A mortician.
A mortician.
And an embalmer.
And an embalmer.
Randy Savage was commentating on that fight.
Yes, I noticed that. Sounded a bit like Booker T, but I was
Is
thinking...
Randy Savage here with us?
No.
Interestingly though,
One out to the 80!
considering it was a wrestling match, Psycho Sid still alive.
Yeah.
Me, Mark Callis, aka The Undertaker, still alive.
Callaway.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, still alive. Jake the Snake Roberts, still alive. Paul Bearer is the only one who touched the ring who's actually not with us
So
anymore.
he must have, maybe the snake bit him behind the camera. Something happened, or in that scene for him to be the one that's not with us today.
It's a bit ironic though, the guy that touched in the coffin wants to bury people that's dead.
I don't even think. I think, but going back, I don't think I even saw anyone do a special move on Paul Bear.
No.
Paul Bear was like,
He always got away, he was very slippery.
yeah.
They were having backed up in the corner and for some reason he's under the ring and he's gone.
I feel like when he had beef with Kane, he got involved. Did he get put in a bin? Didn't Kane put him in a bin or try and crush him in the trash compactor or something?
Yeah, but that was more like.
Yeah, there was some moves, yeah.
But Undertaker slapped him when he said to Undertaker, "Your brother's alive."
Yeah.
Undertaker gave him 4 or 5 slaps. But that Kane Undertaker story for me is one of the best stories.
Oh, yeah.
I've
But
ever come across.
we've just watched the classic wrestling match. Unless you've got anything else to contribute to that.
No, the best part about that whole match
1 second, we just called Sid Vicious. Sid Vicious.
Well, that's his name.
Psycho Sid.
It's Psycho
It
Sid.
was originally Sid Vicious, then Psycho Sid.
Why did he change his name?
He's a psycho.
Because Vince McMahon always wanted to own everyone's name.
Well, speaking of owning everyone's name, Stone Cold copied Psycho Sid's outfit. Psycho Sid was wearing a black, I don't know if it was in that scene, but most of the time, he
yeah.
normally wears a black waistcoat, no top underneath,
Yeah.
black pants,
Knee pads.
never shows,
Knee
and then the
pads.
knee pads, all black.
He'll be like, yeah.
I like Psycho Sid. And even when I look at Mr. Perfect, was Mr. Perfect out before Psycho Sid? He was, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So that means Psycho Sid took Mr. Perfect's hairstyle because it was the curly situation, blondie style. Is Mr. Perfect with us?
No.
No.
That's my hat trick! I love it when wrestlers pass away. It makes me feel better, man.
Why?
It's just funny.
It's not funny.
It's funny, man.
It's not funny, man.
I remember Test died. They said Test died. It's like, wait, he just got married in the ring. So now he's dead for real life. Okay, cool. I gave the win interview though.
But yeah, it was a good wedding, yeah. But and then Triple H stole her. But we could do this all day. None of us were watching wrestling in 1991.
Nah.
Some of us were alive. No memory. Rate it out of 5. What do you think of that match out of 5? Considering it didn't have a beginning, it didn't have a middle, it didn't have an end, but it had 5 people Macho Man and Vince McMahon shouting over it. Out of 5.
If I watched this when I was in year 4, it would have been the best, because for me, when Undertaker and Psycho said look at each other, that's enough for me. I'm ready to get the shoulders shaking when them two are standing, facing each other, and they're so big. Now when I look over it as a grown man with a beard, married and all sorts, it's an L, because nobody got pinned.
Yes, that's right.
Someone has to be pinned for a match to finish.
So we're giving it out of 5 then?
So back in the days of 5, now I'm giving it an L. There's no rules.
Oh, I'm giving it a strong 4.
4?
Yeah.
Out of
strong
5?
4. Yeah.
Why? What?
Did you see how Undertaker was dressed? He had a tie on, Specs.
Yeah, the tie was...
He had a tie. What is this, year 11?
Yeah, the tie
He had a tie on, Specs. Any wrestler that comes
No,
to
but
the
little do you know, it weren't the ties that you do yourself and you wrap it around. It's actually the tie that it's a tie there, but when you take off, it's got like a rubber band that goes round. Undertaker, you lazy guy.
All right.
Just for that.
Now, another segment we have on the No Rules show is No Rules News.
Oh, nice.
Now, No Rules News, we go and find the news stories that prove without question that the world is living with your identity of having no rules. So the first story we've got here, I'll read the headline. This is from the Metro. Huge blow for farmers in bull semen explosion.
What?
Excuse me? A bull exploded
Bull semen.
So that's cum.
from a bull's pipe.
It's gone everywhere.
Now let me give you some context. Farmers in Australia are having a hard time of it after vats of bull semen were destroyed in a fire. Around 100 cryogenic cylinders exploded, splattering their contents throughout the building in Gippsland, Victoria. Each cylinder at Yarram Herd Services was worth between $500, £275, and $1,000, £550. They contained shots of semen worth between $5 and $95. Just to rewind, splattering their contents throughout the building.
No.
Yeah. Do you know Australia, for me, always has these wild stories? Like, I don't understand. First, the crocodile hunter dies from a stingray. And this is meant to be a true story.
Yeah.
And now we're here with bulls and pipes exploding where there's this white. Is it white? Is there cum white?
I don't know.
I'm not an expert.
I'm not sure.
But I just don't understand that. Was these bulls alive?
I think they're somewhere not knowing what's happened to their semen.
Yeah. So basically, it's like semen in containers.
So the bull's body is not even with the semen. The bulls have left it.
They're gone. Their balls are long.
So there's just a factory with just semen.
With loads of bull semen.
Well, the fire commander, Chris Loshenkol, said the liquid inside the cylinders was rapidly expanding, and essentially the lids of the cryogenic cylinders were just popping off at the top, and projectiles were being thrown from the building.
Ugh.
I'm just trying to understand why there's semen in the building.
Because it's worth money.
So to who?
I don't know.
So here's the thing about cows and bulls and a lot of animals that you eat is they don't actually breed organically. We've destroyed them through generations of breeding. And you think about how many cows are eaten a day, the way they produce around the world is just such huge amounts that they couldn't rely on cows to just have sex organically. So there are people that have to masturbate the bulls,
So they're
get
white?
the semen, and then put the semen in the lady cows.
That's not organic. We have to be organic here.
That is organic.
It's not. What do you mean that's organic?
So when you have a wank or you play with yourself, it's organic. Semen comes out.
When the shoulders shake and the semen or the sperm comes and goes in the tissue gets wrapped up and throws down the toilet. I don't go try and give it to somebody or try and make something out of that. That's not how it works. That's what I'm saying. Put all the bulls and cows in the forest. Let the whole forest shake. Let the whole forest shake.
But how are you going to get the
Cows don't hang out in a forest.
I don't care. I don't care. With sand, put them here. I don't care. Let the place shake. Let them do their thing.
Yeah, but we can't, if you really like beef, you can't rely on it because they'll just be like, nah, I'm not on it today.
Why?
Not everyone's on it all the time.
Not every day.
What do you mean? So the cow women are not on all the time?
Maybe the guys aren't on it all the time, but not everyone's on it all the time.
What that tells me though is that semen is worth money. So
So maybe they should put Miles's XXX video up there and put all the cows and bulls right there so they can get horny.
What you could do is put this video up. This is from NBC2. Florida couple caught biking drunk has sex in back of patrol car.
What? What? In back of the Fed car?
After they were put in the squad car to be taken to jail, they took off their clothes and started having sex.
Oh. So where was the officer when this was happening?
Well, in the arrest report, it said that after they were put in this police car to be taken to jail, they took off their clothes, started having sex. Thomas was taken out of the cruiser in nude, but fled. He was later captured.
Oh, good call.
I totally agree with the story, man.
But if you get arrested, don't you get handcuffed? So how are you meant to take off your clothes? Obviously, I don't think they got handcuffs.
Maybe she's a foot and pull these trousers down.
Oh, okay. And then obviously you could still use your head to give. The woman can still,
Yeah, I think it's great. Police Academy messed up all police forces. You can't take police seriously anymore.
Nah, never.
There was a guy on Police Academy called Bobcat.
What was with the Bobcat?
Was it Bobcat? He couldn't talk. I could never get my head around it. He couldn't talk. And I said, you know that one, yeah. So now, 20 years later, now people having sex on police cars. Do it, man.
All for it.
You might as well.
I feel like that probably was in one police academy. Remember the first police academy when the chief of police is giving a speech and the prostitute.
Oh, yes.
I feel like it was a very sexy, saucy film.
Yeah,
there probably is a film where prisoners or like criminals have sex in the back of the
blowing me off.
I think the thing is about having sex is sometimes when you're having sex in a room, it's because you and that person in that room, no one can see your bum line. Because the thing about me is I'm scared about people looking at my bum line.
Why?
Because it's sensitive for everyone. Like mine is dry. If I put cream on it, Miles, you can sit on it all day.
But wait, stop.
Not sit on it, but you can, you can see it. But
stop.
If it's dry, I don't want no police car. I don't want to, I just want lights off and you got a family.
I've seen a few dry bum lines in my lifetime. Women, obviously. But you just got to bypass it.
Low standard of woman whose bum lines you seeing.
Yeah, but if their bum's dry, if they're bending over and their bum's dry, what can I do? I'm not going to go get cream and start creaming their bum. You just got to go past it.
I can't lie, that's off-putting, man. I mean, if ladies, if your bum's dry, that means your room's untidy.
How dry?
Dry enough for me to notice that it's like your bum crack's white. So.
Oh, I know why. Because they use wet wipes when they're doing number 2.
Yeah, I use wet wipes when I do number 2.
Do you too?
That's bad for the environment.
Well, I don't care about the environment. My bum needs to be clean.
You use wet wipes to wipe your bum?
I wipe my bum with normal tissue.
It's a thing. A lot of people do it. It's really bad for the pipes. There's in built up areas like on estates and stuff. There's serious plumbing issues, and they're having to go in and clean out a lot of the plumbing because people are using wet wipes for very basic things like
wiping their bum.
Dry back.
Yeah. I use wet wipes to clean my trays.
What you're doing as well. You go in the shower. You don't turn the shower.
I don't have to.
You just wipe your whole body with wet wipes. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's called a horse shower. It's called a horse shower.
It's the same thing. You're standing in the shower, you're looking where, what's the part where it brings out the water? What's that part called?
Shower head.
You look at the shower head, the button's there, but then you just go to the bag and you get the wet wipe and you start wiping yourself. That is imaginating how you bath. You're a dirty bastard you are.
Speaking of dirty bastards, this one is from NPR.
All dirty bastards don't hear with us.
That's a 4-4,
Of course.
Quadruple.
Terrible artist.
Let's
not get into that.
It's good, man.
I give it number, I'll call you up. That is for me. That first two, like boom, I'm out of there.
This NPR, Storm Area 151 fails to materialise. You know that Area 51 story?
Yeah.
There was a Facebook group saying we're going to storm Area 51 on this day. 2 million people said they liked it. Anyway, the day came, and 40 people gathered at the gates before being confronted and dispersed by the law. This is people that believe in 80.
What happened here? Specs, you just fought. What happened here? I can't do this. I can't work like this.
I know this is no show, but the way something just blew up, I got a feeling that this bull sperm is around me somewhere now.
What does that mean?
It means let me have some more bread. You like it? You want some?
Have you ever met anyone as free with his farts as Steve-O, I guess?
Yeah, Steve-O gets them out just rapidly.
Yeah.
Anyway, you could just go. It's terrible.
I'd love to know how loud that was.
What? I thought you moved the chair back.
Specs, aliens. These people all said that they were going to confront Area 51 where US is keeping alien secrets. Do you believe that there are alien secrets in Area 51? Would you have gone to ride with them, or is that sort of thing that's just like, I don't care. I don't know.
As a former conspiracy theorist myself, I definitely believe that there's aliens that are in Area 51, 100%. I've done my research. It's a secretive place. You can't go in there. I think the Americans have got some serious secrets in that place.
I think there's aliens in human form. Harry Pinero, he looks like a bit like an alien. He's got.
I agree.
Yeah, he's got an alien-looking face. Sometimes, certain situations, certain angles, you could pass as an alien. I believe in aliens. I would have been out there in Area 51. I want to know what's going on. I really want to know what's going on.
Can't afford the plane fare.
What, to America?
Yeah. You wouldn't get into America.
Of course I can. My record's clean.
You haven't got a headshot picture of your passport, man.
Come on.
You haven't. Your whole body, your feet, like everything, your whole body, the feet to head is on your passport picture. America, they won't let you in. They're gonna ask you about it.
Yeah,
now my picture is just my head.
They're gonna ask
Gary
me
Neville
about it.
tweeted the other day that he got into Ireland.
Did he fall again? Space.
No, 1 second, because this keeps happening. I need to smell it first, if it's a fart. If not, it's an explosion. It's an explosion.
Oh god. Gary Neville tweeted the other day that he forgot his passport. He was flying out to Ireland. He forgot his passport, and they let him on the plane because they googled him.
Yeah, but they know who he is.
Miles, they can Google you.
They definitely can.
Gary Neville forgot his passport because they knew they let him on.
They let him on.
And if
They googled him and said, "You're Gary Neville. Come on."
Now that I know that.
Was this to get into America?
Ireland.
Do you know what?
Funny enough, you said that. I had a dream the other day that I was going on a plane, EasyJet plane, and I forgot my actual passport.
Dream
and someone
big,
said to me,
Dream big.
Dream big.
Dream bigger than being on EasyJet
It was
after Thomas Cook just got sacked.
I don't know. It was the plane. It was the plane.
Go on, tell your story.
And someone said to me, Miles, no. There was loads of us, Specs. There was loads of us.
I was there.
No, listen.
This is how Miles.
I don't want to be there.
No,
I don't want to be there.
This is how Miles' stories go. They go with the detail that ends the story first, then some more details from the past that you didn't know needed to be told, then loads of different colouring in pieces, and then you've got to work backwards from there. Go on, tell your story.
Because it just triggered it. So basically, we was all on a boat, like jet skis, yachts, but we was all going to this location. I don't know where we was going. I got off. It was an airport. Saw one of my friends, one of my old school friends from school. He said, "Oh, Miles, we're going on holiday now. Where's your passport?" So I was like, "Oh my days, I didn't know we was meant to bring a passport." So that's it. Now that he said that, if I know future references,
Just do me a favor. Just make sure that I always storm out of the area in your dreams. I don't want to be on EasyJet. I want to be business class, British Airways.
I've been on that. I've been on British class.
No, yeah, you have. But in your dream, you're on EasyJet.
Yeah, but in real life,
It's uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable in your dream.
My dream was alright.
Get a new pillow.
36 minutes, 1 like, 2 comments. The engagement's finished. Miles' engagement has finished. Okay, to wrap the first episode of the No Rules show, this is something that Specs insisted we put in the show. Most important feature, he said, if we're going to do a No Rules show, it's going to be about Specs. This has to be in there. Specs, give us your Brexit update.
Oh, nice.
So, as a former politician, everybody knows I've got a good friend called Neil Kinnock, who doesn't give me info, but we're still good friends. On the 31st of October, England, Great Britain, whatever you want to call them, are getting out. We're out. We're leaving the EU. We're moving close to America. We're going to be by ourselves. This means property prices are going to be lower. This means the tax man is going to be wham. And this also means nursery fees will be free. I'm excited. I can't wait. And Boris, what a great guy you are. I hope you have a 20-year run. Because you went to Eton Primary School, a school that I know really well. Or maybe it was secondary school anyway. You can't get in there because in your dreams you go on EasyJet. Eton, obviously, costs... How much a term, team, you say?
I'd say 20 to 30.
20 to 30k.
I can afford it.
But I love Boris because Boris is a man that, you know, was the former mayor, got sacked for pretending to have an affair. How can you pretend to have a girlfriend and get sacked for it? Tell people the truth. And when he was young, he was a big fan of going to museums. So, and he told me as well that.
I think his mum was an
London's
artist. Was his
full
mum
of
an artist or something like that?
Specs watches a lot of documentaries
again?
about
I think
Boris.
his mum was an artist. She was. That's why he went to the museums and it was around that department.
Yeah, no, I don't give two damns about Boris Johnson's mum. You know,
I'm trying to help you out here.
No, I don't care about his parents. He's got a brother that's involved in politics, and I don't care about his brother either. All I care about is Boris Johnson. He doesn't brush his hair.
Would you say he's the... Yeah, I mean, you always talk about how much you like him. You kind of ignore all the terrible things that potentially there are to be said about him.
Yeah.
What?
You don't necessarily care
He's
about
trying to get rid of Parliament. He's trying to get rid of his bosses. He's right now. There is no rules with Boris Johnson.
There's none.
Can you imagine?
He's
I
the
go and work with Rewind or JD, and I come and I want to take them out. How? But that's what I like about Boris.
But he's not
From
gonna
his
last.
hairstyle, you can tell he doesn't care.
He's not gonna last.
Of course, he's gonna last.
He's not gonna last.
Listen, man. He just. Well, anyway. In fact, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. What a lot of people don't know is Boris Johnson has a situation with him every time.
Who?
He's got a secret situation with him. He's always in his hotel room.
Yeah.
Always in the bathroom with him. Always in the lobby with him. But she's a secret.
Oh, okay.
So
How do you know about it?
I was just about to ask that. How do you know?
So I've got a friend called Neil Kinnock who's
Oh, no. Oh,
Don't throw no killer.
yeah, but he doesn't tell me. Like I said, we're just good friends.
Yeah,
And I've
okay.
also got another friend from the other side he's a conservative. His name's Felix Kemp. So he said to me
Okay.
that see this blondie right there. He's a spy, former spy anyway.
Okay.
So that blondie right there is what keeps Boris Johnson shaking. Oh, well, that's one of my dreams, to watch someone like that who don't even brush their hair, trying to sack Parliament, is rattle a situation.
Why?
Why?
Why would you want to see Boris Johnson have sex?
Why not? I want to see how he shakes it.
But that's just.
Am I the only one? When
Yeah, I think you are. I think you are. Seriously.
Am I the only one? When you're a fan of someone, you try and imagine how they shake their hand, or, you know, they shake their shoulders by themselves, or do their situations with their situations.
Not with men. With women, yeah. Women, yeah. I had imagination of Sharon Osbourne at one point, but it was just a
We
situation.
talked about that. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I've just remembered. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, but not Boris Johnson. I'm not going to imagine Boris
Yeah,
Johnson.
but
as
that's Sharon Osbourne is someone that is not far from meeting Test and Brian Pillman. For you to be shaken to that is like you're on this funeral shaking shoulder business. You're just on this. Why is Sharon Osbourne? That's a BJC woman before Jesus Christ.
No, well, I'm talking about when she was in her prime.
ECP ever come back?
I'm talking about when she was in her prime. When she was in her prime. So, yeah, Specs. Thank you very much for your news.
So yeah, man. So I'll let you know more. I'll let you know about politics anyway.
Yeah,
Thank
keep
you.
us up to date. What date is Britain leaving the EU?
31st of October. I think, in my opinion, it's gonna be a flop.
It's going to be a mess.
I think they're gonna probably move it to. When's your birthday?
June the 6th.
Oh, fuck, it's too long.
December?
consider-
I'll find out when Brian
Would you
Pillman died.
consider doing a Red Cups Brexit party? Just celebrate midnight, day that Brexit happens, Red Cups, you, the Mandem, Miles, because that would be 11 months, 12 months by then.
Yeah, I would. The problem is, I just want to know where we're going because I don't want to go somewhere close to like USA, where Hurricane Dorian thinks he can come and storm my party. Hurricane Dorian. Hurricane Dorian. I can't take that seriously.
You know why they named? You know, apparently I heard the reason why or how they get their names is the first person who discovers the hurricane.
No, that's not how.
That's what I
discover
heard.
it.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Okay, so you could tell
No,
us.
it's like complicated. It's like whatever year it is associated with a letter, and then it's like the next. It's like it's complicated.
Okay.
Yeah.
For someone that beats his meat to Sharon Osbourne
I don't.
and to discover facts like this,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I've been told.
Imagine it was just whoever discovered the hurricane.
Hurricane
It's
Specs.
like guys, Hurricane Miles. It's just a bit windy today, Miles.
I
One
don't
day.
Miles, before I go, so listen to your mum. She told you a lot of lies.
I don't know, it's not her. It's the internet.
Well, Specs, that's the end of your show. First show.
That is the end of my first show, man. That was, listen, this is, you know what I like about this? I feel like I'm just chatting to you guys and I feel really cool.
Thank you. I
You know
feel
what I mean?
honoured to have me as your first guest, man.
Yeah, man, and I can't, your mum's going to be coming on with
No,
you
she
soon.
won't.
Next one.
No, sure. If she does, I'll bring Basil as well.
Oh, right, don't lose that, you know, that's cat food right there.
Yeah, no, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I might keep it.
Yeah, people, just know that when people come on this show, we're going to get them a cadeau, yeah, which means gift and Lingala. Pick up with my Congolese people. But yeah, it's the first show. I'm going to wrap it up. I love you all. Thanks for coming. Comment, subscribe, like, do what you want. There's no pressure. But remember, there's no rules. I've said that so many times, man.
You like it, innit?
Yeah, but I like situation better.